Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, Rena Volatrade. Okay, so this is your girl, Mizzsupermodel, and today we're going to be talking about this movie that I watched on Netflix while I do my makeup. But just to get ready with me, we're going to talk about this movie that I seen on Netflix. Actually, I want to talk about, it's not that we ain't even going to talk about the movie, we're going to talk about this fucking, no, we're going to talk about the movie. Then next time we'll talk about the other show that I seen on Netflix, because Netflix be having some good stuff on there these days. Like, I don't really be getting a chance to watch TV like that, but since we've been in quarantine, I'm just like, look, I need to see what they got on TV these days. I got all these fucking channels, but most of the time the kids, they the only ones that really benefit from watching this stuff because, you know, that's just how that is. But this movie is called A Fall from Grace. Oh my goodness. Like, I swear I never seen this movie before. Somebody told me that this movie came out like a long time ago. And I'm like, where was I at when this movie came out? Because this was a really good movie. It's a Tyler Perry movie. Let me tell you, Tyler Perry, baby. You put your foot in that motherfucking movie, okay? You really did put your foot in that one because that one was a good one. Like, I did not see any of that coming at all. Like, I didn't see none of it coming, period. So if you can fool me and have me not seeing something coming in the movie, you real good. Because most of the time I can predict everything that's about to happen in the movie. Like before it happened, like, oh, this is about to happen, or that's about to happen. And the twist in this movie, boo, I'm telling you, I did not see it coming at all. So the movie started out with the lady, Grace, the one that playing, I don't even know her real name, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know their real names. But this lady, she playing the has and the has nots is the mother, is Candace and Benny mother, and the has and the have nots. That's another Tyler Perry TV show that's really good too. I like her acting in there. But she played in this movie and her name is Grace or whatever. So what happened is that, you know, she an older lady or whatever. She got a child. I think they said she had a son in the movie or whatever. I ain't never see the son. I gotta go back and look and see if I seen him in there, but I don't think I ever seen the son in the movie. I'm about to use my what am I gonna go with? I'm gonna use this Morphe palette. My Morphe palette, the with all the darks, and I'm gonna use the darkest shade in here for my brows. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, so she got a son in the movie and a grandchild or whatever. So the lady Grace, right? Her husband had cheated on her with a young girl or whatever, and yeah, he cheated on her with a young girl or somebody that he worked with, his secretary or somebody. So I guess she ended up leaving her husband. So now she's single as fuck, you know, but she like one of them single people that be like, man, I'm not trying to deal with no people no more. I'm not trying to like get in it with no other guys or whatever because, you know, she had a bad experience with her first marriage. So she like, I'm not really trying to do all that. And I think that was her father, I think that was the father of her child or whatever, her son. So her best friend or whatever, she like, that's played by the lady who played in the Cosby's, all right, Cosby mother, right, the lawyer. So that's who played this lady, her best friend. So she, I don't know her real name either. That's funny. But the Cosby mother or whatever, that's her best friend in this movie. So her best friend, like, girl, like, you need to go out. You need to go out and find somebody. Like, you don't need to be just sitting around here stuck in the house, you know, all day or whatever. You need to go out and do something, right? So she's like, I know this art exhibit that's going on such and such date. Like, you really need to go or something like that. So I think that the lady, she wasn't going to do it. But then I think the mother, her best friend was the one who had, like, set it up for her or whatever. And I'm not, her best friend was the one that had set it up for her or whatever. So she like, okay, we gonna set this up. And she ended up going to the art exhibit or whatever. So while she was at the art exhibit, she met this guy who she met this guy there while they was watching the while they was doing the art exhibit or whatever. So the guy, he like, yeah, how you feel about the artwork or whatever? She was like, oh, well, I think that, the woman who did this work, she did a fantastic job, bringing the characters to life and, bringing out their emotions or whatever. Whatever the talk people do talk about at the art exhibit, right? When they looking at the artwork. So he was like, so how do you know that it's a lady or whatever? She was like, because like it's a girl name, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, only females know how to capture certain stuff like that. She was like, no man know how to do all that. So then they sat at the art exhibit for a little bit. Then he left her because he had to go talk to some other people. And then come to find out, girl, he was the one who did the artwork, right? So now he the artist, and she at his art gallery or whatever. So then, after that or whatever, she left. She told her best friend, like, yeah, I had a good time, girl. It was cool or whatever. So the next day she went to work. The lady, she worked at a bank or whatever, right? So she worked at a bank. Hold on, I'm trying to get all this stuff together. She worked at a bank. So the next day when she went to work, the guy, he had sent her, I think, some flowers or something. He sent her some kind of gifts while she was at work. And then she like, damn, how the fuck this motherfucker? Like, she was happy because, she was shocked because she didn't get no play in, like, so long since her, she left her husband or whatever for cheating. So she like, so she like, damn, like, how the fuck he know where I work at and all that, right? So he just sent her gifts and all that, popping up at her job. I'm like, the first time when I seen that, I'm like, man, this motherfucker gonna be a suicidal case popping up at your job. But we don't even know each other. We just had one conversation at a gallery, but he tracked her down and everything. So they ended up going out or whatever, seeing each other. She liked it, whatever. He kept sending her gifts and all that. So they ended up going out on dates and stuff. And she was having a good time. Like, she was really, like, starting to open up and really enjoy herself and things like that. I'm just using some concealer to line my brows, you guys. To keep them a little bit tanned in here because these little things, they can be doing too much sometimes. The center of my life. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So she started liking him or whatever. So after they went out on a couple of dates, I don't know how long they was dating. They didn't give a time frame, but I say they probably was dating for like maybe a month or two. And then the guy proposed to her. That he had took her out on this real romantic um date or whatever. It was so nice though. I thought the scenery was so beautiful. It was at nighttime and it was outdoors. Like, it was like a bunch of like woods areas, and it was like a bunch of fireflies, like literal fireflies, like all around. Like, it just looked so magical and beautiful. Like, I would love to have got proposed there, but he proposed to her. So he proposed to her or whatever, and This concealer dry down really, really quick. I didn't even think that. Okay, I don't know what the top is, but I need to hurry up and get it down. So I'm just gonna use that same brush that I was using to do my brows. This one is like it's kind of like a little angle brush, but as you can see, it's kind of like a little angle, but not really. I'm just gonna use that and just blend this in. So he proposed to her, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." She was like, "Yes, I'll marry you." I'm like, "Okay, girl." Stella got her groove back. So, so what else happened? Okay, so they ended up getting married. The wedding was beautiful or whatever. They didn't really show like the whole entire wedding. They just showed like after they got married or whatever. Them leaving the church house after the wedding. And then he moved in with her, right? So she was like having the time of her life. Like, yeah, like this is my boo. You know what I'm saying? Look at how good that looks when I clean up my brows. So she like, and all I'm doing is just really like the one at the top. All I'm doing is just pushing it into my skin and just lifting it up, you know, and blending it in because it's going to get covered anyway with concealer, so it don't really matter. I mean, with some foundation. But that's how you make your brows look like super sharp when you clean it up after you whatever you use. You can use a gel liner. I used powder. Specifically, I use eyeshadow because I got a gel liner, but it's all the way downstairs in my makeup room in the basement, and I didn't feel like walking all the way down there to get it. So I've been using whatever products I grab on hand. That's the ones I use for that week until I get tired of them, and then I go down there and find some more stuff to look for. The good thing is that since we've been on quarantine, I've been able to find a lot of stuff that I've been looking for. I actually kind of organized it down there, to be honest. Soon I'll be recording my makeup videos in that particular room. Like, I haven't found like all the stuff that I want yet. Like all my decorations and stuff to do it in there. So that's why I'm not filming in there currently. Okay, so let me put some powder around there real quick. And I'm just using the HD Flawless Absolute New York powder. Something I grabbed from the beauty supply store the last time I was there. I wanna get freaky with you. So basically, she was real happy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really, really loved this man. So that's the character of Grace, and that's the character of her husband. Now, her husband, the guy he married, he from Ethiopia, I think. I think he said he was from Ethiopia or he visited Ethiopia. So he liked to go out and visit and go to Africa or whatever. And she said she always wanted to go to Africa, so that clicked up real well or whatever. He looked like he was kind of African, and so he do paintings for a living or whatever. Supposedly, this storyline is saying he's supposed to be an artist. He does a lot of paintings and stuff. I mean, that's not supposedly that's what he did, but he got other hustles, which I'll explain as I continue. So so they ended up getting married. So then what happened was that relationship, like after a couple of months or whatever, the relationship just started getting like real rocky or whatever. Like he started doing little slick ass shit. First off, what happened with Grace? So one day when she went to work, she was on the phone talking to her best friend, and she was like, "Girl, like they was on there talking." And then as soon as you sing a whole bunch of like corporate people, because she an executive at a bank or something, like she one of the people that like manage all the money and shit like that. So a whole bunch of people, her bosses wanted to see her, so she had to go inside the room with all the bosses. Like, it was everybody. And he was like, yo, they was like, so Grace, you had extorted X amount of Z worth of money. And he was like, you tried to move it from out of all these accounts. And he was like, how do you think that you wasn't going to get caught because you used your password? And this is like, they pretty much knew it was her because it came from her computer, her passwords, her everything, right? So she was like mad as shit. Like, she left out that fucking office. Like, she was so fucking mad. She called her best friend. Like, he ain't even answering the phone. Like, I don't know what the fuck he doing or whatever, but he not answering the phone. And, you know, I just got fired from my job or whatever. So he comes in and he like, yeah. He was like, he came in the house or whatever. He like, so what's going on? And she told me he got fired. He was like, well, we'll figure it out. We'll work it out. You know, blase, blase. So one night while they was asleep or whatever, she heard him talking on the phone downstairs. So he was on the phone talking to somebody, and and then when she went downstairs, he like hushed up the conversation or whatever, right? So he like, yo. So she like, who was that you was on the phone talking to or whatever, right? And he like, look, he was like, I love you or whatever, but I don't like when you know, ask me who I'm talking to and stuff like that. He was like, I don't like that kind of stuff. You know, so she was like, okay, whatever, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he said it in a okay way, but the way that he said it was like he was real serious and he was real assertive about it. Like, I would have been like, nigga, if I tell you that, if I ask you who you're talking to, you better be telling me who it is. Like, we married now. I don't give a fuck. We ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. We in a marriage. You know, I want to know who that is. So you better have an answer. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the middle of the goddamn night. Like, who you whispering down here talking to? So after she got fired or whatever, he was like, we're gonna handle it, we're gonna work it out, don't worry about it or whatever. But she took it upon herself to go and try to find out like what was really going on. So what she did was is that she did was is that she had went to the bank or whatever and got like, oh, so not only did she get fired, so then the next, I think like the next week or two, she had got a thing from her, a letter or a phone call from her the mortgage company, and the mortgage company was like, girl, like, your mortgage is I was just trying to make sure that it was kind of even. They're like, you owe money on your mortgage. Like, you owe X amount of Z, and you need to make this payment before, you know, we put your house up. And she was like, what is you talking about? Like, my house been paid for years. You know, like, I don't owe no mortgage. You know what I'm saying? My house is paid off. So they're like, oh no, you had took out a loan and you need to start paying it back or whatever the case may have been, right? So she like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm about to start, I'm about to take my blending brush and I'm going to go in with this, my Too Faced chocolate chip, the mini palette, and I'm going to go in with this, like, deep, I think it's like a deep purplish brown color. That's the color I'm using my crease. So, so basically, he just acting like, hold on, is this the right brush I want to use? Before I even start using it, I don't think this is the one that I wanted to use. But you know what? I'm going to use it. So this ain't the one I want to use, but I'm going to use this brush anyway because it's the one that I got right here. So she like, yeah, and I'm just applying it into my crease. See, this is the crease of my eyeballs, and I'm just going in like that, back and forth, just blending it in or making it as deep as I want, the way that I want it to be done. So I'm just going from corner to corner, this corner of my eyeball to this corner. Basically, putting the color in that I want. This is like a deepish, it's like a dark plum, but a brown. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. So the lady was like, so you're going to have to make a payment. So she got fucking pissed off. Like, oh no, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh no, she was like, yeah, because she tried to tell him like somebody had stole her identity because she just had an issue at her job where she got fired because somebody had used her accounts and her passwords and stuff. So she was thinking that, somebody had stole her identity because she couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. She's like, what is going on all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? So she thinks somebody had stole her info. So that's what she told them. She was like, yeah, because somebody has stole my identity. So that's the reason why this might be happening. But give me some time. We trying to investigate and find out what's going on. But they said they can't make no investigations or do no investigations until she that they can't do no investigations or anything until she make a payment. Well, she didn't have the money, right? Because she didn't have a job because she just lost that job. So, but whatever. So then she goes to the bank where the loan was taken out from and asks them for the security footage or whatever. So when she goes to the bank and find out about the security footage, girl, the drama is so real. Let me tell you. That girl is a bad girl. So when she goes to the bank to find out the information and get the recording, girl, guess who the fuck was on the recording, okay? Pulling out the loans and everything. It was, girl, it was the damn husband, okay? It was the damn husband that did all that. So the whole time he bluffing and playing bent like he don't know what's going on. Let me put this palette up because I'm finished with it. I just used that one for my crease. I don't need this one anymore. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Chip palette, but everything I use is going to be in the description box. This is the mini palette or whatever. So it was the So what else am I gonna go in with? I think I'm gonna go in with another deeper color. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave that color, but I want to put a color on my ends. No, I'm gonna leave it like that. I like that actually. I was gonna use this Too Faced Totally Cute palette, but I changed my mind because there's no colors in here that I really want to use. Okay, notice me. So I'm about to go in this palette. This is my Neo Brights. I don't know. This is like a little palette that I've got. Oh, Profusion. The Profusion palette. The Neon Bright palette from Profusion. And it has all of these like pretty colors in it. I really like this one. I have another one too that got more brighter colors. The black case one, but that one's downstairs in my makeup box. So I'm going to use the purple colors in here today. So I'll be using this one, and I'll probably use one of these two lighter ones. Okay. So I'm going to just use the same brush that I used for my lashes, my eyebrows. I'm just wiping it off with a paper towel right here that's next to me. So come to find out, it was the damn the husband that did all that. So She gets home or whatever. She's sitting there or whatever, and she got her best friend over there with her. So the best friend knows what's going on, and the best friend was like, "Look," he was like, she had this look in her eye, and then he was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "You was the one that did it or whatever." And he was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, you did it. You was the one that did it." And so she was like, he was like, "Are you sure you want to do that while your friend is right here or whatever?" And the friend was like, you can say whatever she gotta say, you can say it in front of her or whatever, something like that. So basically, the best friend wasn't trying to go nowhere because the best friend wanted to hear what the fuck was going on because, this boy was like bitching the shit out of her best friend and she didn't like it. So she was like, "Go ahead, you could go ahead and go. He's not going to do, so she can listen to her husband and hear what he had to say without her being there or whatever." So the best friend had left, and then he was like, so when he explained it to her about the mortgage, he was like, "How do you explain this or whatever?" And she showed him the video camera of him going into the bank and taking out the oh, look how vibrant it is. That's such a pretty vibrant color. I love it. And I'm just packing it on my lid right there in that section only. Um, so he was like, "Well, technically we're married, so I felt like I could or whatever." Then he goes in and explains. She was like, "But why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to me? Like, you messed it up." Like, she was like, and then at the bank, she was like, "You probably was the one that had took my money too, and all the money out of them accounts." She was like, "You need to give me back my money or whatever." And he was like, "Look, I needed the money because I'm running away from some people. I got some people on me, some bad people, and I needed to pay them off or whatever." I'm like, what the fuck this nigga done got himself into? I'm like, what did he get himself into, right? I'm going to take that same brush that I use for my crease. I'm just going to wipe it off and blend everything in that I just did so far. So when you blend this, you don't want to like go onto your lid. You want to just take whatever's extra and just blend it like back out into your crease to make sure that it's all even looking and everything is like more well put together. You see how it's more well put together now, and then here it's like all over the place. That normally don't take a lot of time to do. See, now it all looks a little bit evenly blend, which is something that I love, 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 love. Then I'm going to take this clean brush. This is a more flatter one, and I'm going to just use the same Profusion palette, and I'm just going to go in with this like silvery color that's next to that dark purple, and I'm going to put that on my lids too, the front part though. So yeah, so she like, "So you need to give me that money back because I can go to jail or whatever," because her boss already told her that she gonna face some jail time for that money being gone or whatever, right? He already said you're gonna face some jail time for this money being gone. So of course she ain't trying to. She don't want no jail time. So he like, "I can't give you back the money or whatever." So then she leaves the house. I don't know where the fuck she went. Where did she go? I don't know. She just left the house. And he was like, "For what I see," he was like, "From the way I see it, I see that No, she didn't leave the house yet. She was like, from the way that I see it, she was like, I see that. He was like, we married, so I have what's yours was mine. So if I needed the money and I needed to put the house up, that's what I was going to do, basically. So his true colors was coming out now. Now he like, yeah, so fuck you. You know, I took the money, I used it, and I put the house up, and because this is our house now. This is my house, it's just as much as your house. So I don't know what you going to do or whatever. He was being like that fucking asshole the whole time. So then he went upstairs smoking all in her fucking bedroom, knowing damn well he ain't never smoked in the fucking bedroom before. He was calling her all kinds of bitches and shit or whatever. So she tried to call the police to get him out the house, but the police couldn't do nothing. They kept saying, you know, we couldn't do nothing about it because y'all married. So then she tried to go to court on him, and he was saying that she had to hire a lawyer because it was a civil suit or whatever in order for her to get rid of him because it was a civil matter. So like nothing that they couldn't do nothing like criminally as far as like him stealing her money and stuff like that, which is fucked up because I would have killed that motherfucker for real. You ain't gonna come up with my goddamn house. No, probably I wouldn't have, but I probably would have got somebody to do it, to be honest. Got rid of his ass real quick. Like, you ain't gonna come up with my goddamn house and think that you gonna take my motherfucking money and all that shit that I worked hard for. Oh, no, boo. That's not what we do around here. So basically, she just ended up putting up with it or whatever. She just ended up putting up with it because legally she didn't know what to do, you know. And of course, she ain't really got no people in the street like that can help her out, you know, on that tip. So she ain't really know what she could do. And plus, I don't think she really wanted to hurt him because this lady is like one of these ladies who like go help the homeless and go to church every Sunday and, you know, them kind of ones. You know, she a really good lady, so she not no fucked up ass lady for real. Is what I'm trying to say. She not no messed up lady, so you know she wouldn't be doing all that. But at the end or whatever, I think I am gonna go back in that palette because I need to do something with the top of this real quick. I probably should have been there, but I just didn't. So I'm just taking the same thing that I've been blended with. Let me see if I got something in my Morphe palette that'll look close to my skin tone. Okay, I'm just going to take a look at my Morphe palette all jacked up. It got messed up in my move, but I'm going to take this brown right here, this light brownish tan color. And I'm going to go in like that. Right here. Because that shit is just a little bit too, I don't know, a little bit too white for me. Actually, I'm going in with the color next to it because it's more of a darker brown. More of like my skin tone. So, she, so yeah, so she had to put up with it, you know, put up with his antics, put up with all the bullshit that he was bringing into her life. You know, she had no choice. She had to just deal with it or whatever. So what happened is that one day she went out, I guess she went to her best friend's house to go chill with her. And then when she came home, he had a bitch in the house. Like he had a whole female in there. So she went up there. And this is like something that she really dreaded because she just went through the same situation with her child's father or whatever. So she had just went through that whole situation with her child's father. See how it looks so much more better. I need to put some more of the darkness part in here real quick though. I don't know what palette I use for that. Okay, it don't look bad. I'm just checking it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's fine by me. Now I'm just wiping it off the brush from whatever makeup I just put on there. I'm just trying to get it all off of my brush. And I'm just going to keep blending this part until I feel like it's okay. But, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of this frost color. So yeah, so she just put up with it. So when she came in there, you know, she seen him with a girl. So a girl was up there with him. And that's like one of her like biggest fears because, you know, she went through that with her first child's father or whatever. So she like, yeah, you know, the girl was up there in the room. The girl was up there in the room. He was like, she was like, I know you don't got no women in there or whatever. And he was like, this is my house, this is my bed. You know what I'm saying? Like straight disrespecting her, like on some real shit, like straight disrespecting her. You know, about the woman in there and all that. Like I'm thinking to myself, like, bitch, is you really that goofy where you want to sit and let him do all this in your motherfucking house and while you in there, like you crazy. And she even said it in the movie. She was like, am I this stupid to sit and tolerate this or whatever? So then afterwards, I guess the girl thought that was his mother. She was like, damn, you ain't telling me that your mother was coming in the house or whatever, right? Because the guy, he's a young looking guy. Like, he's not an old guy. He, like, real young. And before they even got married, Grace was questioning him, like, why do you want to be with me? Like, I'm way older than you. You know, what do you want with me? And he was like, because you're pretty, you deserve, you deserve happiness or whatever the case may be. So I'm just like, girl, you let this motherfucker tell you all kinds of shit. Okay, I'm just gonna take the orange color corrector in the places that's dark on my face that I needed. So I'm like, girl, you just telling him, you just letting him tell you all kinds of stuff. I just put a little bit under my eye and some over here. I should have put more there. Cause I got like these black spots. They're not really black spots, but I don't know. These spots that be irritating me. And then I just blend it down with my beauty blender. Making sure I get my under eye. Yeah, the under eye circles pretty much. Cause they be the ones that be like blowing me sometimes. So so she's sitting down the stairs waiting for him to be done with the girl or whatever. So he comes down and he started talking like, yeah, like she want to come back for another round, like throwing it in her face that, he messing around on her in front of her and not even hiding it. And there's like nothing that she could do about it because they married. Like I feel like that was pretty much disrespectful. Like, why is you disrespecting this lady? You know what I'm saying? The lady who you supposedly love, but you straight like disrespecting her for real, right? I'm about to use this LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation. Okay, this is in the shade Caramel. Just gonna put 3 little pumps on my beauty blender. Look like that, not too much. And I'm just gonna pat it all over my face and then blend it in, okay? So, See, I'm just making it enough where I can get it everywhere, and then I'm going to start blending it. So she, it's just real crazy. Like, I can't believe she did that. So he's sitting there talking to her, whatever, telling her, like, yeah, like, and it's crazy because I really loved you, and I thought that this was going to work out between us, and I never really wanted to hurt you. I never really wanted to do this to you because I actually really loved you. Like, you was one of the ones that I really loved or whatever. Like, he didn't mess with, like, he did so many other females like this before or something like that. Sorry, I gotta really concentrate when I get around the eyebrow part because I ain't really trying to fuck my brows up. And I just got finished doing them. I don't really all do my brows every time, but since I've been filming videos, I've been liking to do my brows. But on a regular day when I'm going to work, these brows do not get brushed, done, or anything. I just leave them just like that, like, period. I don't do anything extra to them, but maybe I should start doing that. Let me try to get under my chin. Make sure everything is like blended all over, everywhere. Looking cute. Now I'm just doing like the bridge of my nose and the side of my nose and just making sure I get the nose because sometimes I really just don't. Okay, so foundation is on. So now I'm going to go in with some concealer. So I was going to use the concealer that I used earlier, but I'm going to use, where's the concealer that I found? I'm going to use this L'Oreal Maybelline Full Wear Concealer. I don't see what shade it's in. I don't see what shade it's in, but I'll put it in the description once I get it. The L'Oreal Full Wear Infallible Full Wear or whatever. I don't know. Because I do got some other L'Oreal concealer, but that's supposed to be the red one that just came out, and the new one that just came out in January. I think I had did a showing, an unboxing of that on my channel too. I'll link that video in here in case you want to see it. Because they sent me that one to test and to do a review on it. It was a nice concealer. I just still got it. I just don't know where it is right now. And I'm just putting it like that. I'll make sure I put a lot in this corner because it's going to be spread up underneath my eye, basically. I'm not really doing too much. Just putting it up underneath my eyes. And I might do some in the middle right here. Just that. Okay, that's it. We ain't doing a whole bunch of it. Because this, we don't need a whole lot of makeup on. I mean, it's looking like I'm putting on a lot, but really I don't like to wear a whole lot of makeup. I really don't. So what was also I was saying about the movie? So, girl, So he's sitting here telling her like how he loved her out of everybody, and how he was like she was the only one that he really cared about. Talking about his goofy ass shit. He just fucking took all her damn money, fucked the bitch in her bed, and all that. Like all that shit is irrelevant now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would be looking at it if I was her. Like all that shit is really irrelevant. We blended down really well. I like that. And I'm just trying to make sure I get underneath my eyes really good, you guys. Like, you don't understand how I be feeling about this under eye. So basically, so he's sitting there talking all this shit, and she just back there getting mad. Like she already been pissed off since the whole thing that kicked off. So she already mad. So she just sit behind him or whatever. And she's sitting behind him or whatever. So she like he talking all this shit. So she just went and got a baseball bat out of nowhere and just cracked the shit out of his motherfucking skull. Like bam, and started beating him like boom, 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 boom. Like yo, she started fucking his ass up, yo. I said, bitch, about time. I couldn't wait to see when you was gonna do that because he would have been before me to get a baseball bat or something. About goddamn time. Shit. When was you gonna break this bat out? You feel me? Like, fuck dumb shit. You gotta eliminate the problems. Shit, fuck all that. The courts and them ain't gonna help you, girl. So anyway, she ended up she ended up cracking him with the baseball bat, dragging his body and pushing his body down into the basement, and then she left. Okay, so when she left the house, she just kept driving and shit. Like she didn't know where she was going because she was in shock that she just killed this man with a baseball bat. So she in shock and she just driving or whatever. And then she called her best friend and was like, best friend, like, I just killed this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? She like, best friend, I just killed him. All right, let me put some powder on. I'm just taking the same powder that I was using earlier, Nothing all that special. Putting it on my beauty blender like this and just putting it everywhere where I just put that concealer, okay? Also, if you're doing your eyeshadow and you get like a little bit of shadow down, this like when you do pretty much your not yet really your concealer, but when you do your foundation like this, and when you do your eyes first and do your foundation, everything just flawless. Like you can easily clean up better. But when I go to work, when I rush, like I'll do my foundation first and then I'll do eyeshadow because sometimes I'm not even sure if I even want to wear eyeshadow or not, depending on how much time I really got ready to get ready for work because I can stay in the fucking shower for a while. For real, like especially in the winter when it was cold, I said, "Fuck that shit. I'm gonna take my damn time in this motherfucking shower and soak up all the hot water that I can." That's funny. So I'm gonna just leave that on there for now, and then I want to just do the bronzing part, contouring my face. So I'm gonna use this Profusion contouring palette, and it has all of these nice contours in here. And I'm gonna use the dark shade, which is that one here. And I'm going to use this brush. Where is it anyway? Okay. I think this is the brush that came with it. These came with brushes and stuff. I think this is the brush. Yeah, this brush came with it, the Profusion brush. I think this one of these other brushes came with it too. I just don't know which one it was. It's probably downstairs. I got so many brushes and stuff. I had a chance to clean a lot of them. So that was pretty good. And when I used to clean my brushes and my sponges, I just use my regular facial wash. Like whatever I wash, my regular facial washes at the time, that's what I'm using. So I'm just gonna contour, go in and contour it, make it look cute. Give my cheekbones some definition. So yeah, so she like best friend, I just killed him or whatever. So, you know, that was that. Then she ended up getting arrested for murder. So now she in jail for murder. So back to the beginning of the story. So now she in jail for murder. Boom. Back to the beginning of the story. It's a lawyer. I forget what her name is, but the lawyer, she a public defender or whatever. She went to school for public defender. Her boyfriend or her husband, I don't know if that's her husband or her boyfriend, but he is what is he? A police officer or whatever. I forgot his profession as is. So he a police officer, and she is a public defender or whatever. So Tyler Perry is her boss in the public defender's office. So basically, he played her boss as somebody named Larry or Leroy or somebody. I forgot the name. So I'm going for L. Leroy, Larry. I think it might be Leroy. I don't know. So he gives her the case or whatever because she has this record. This public defender has this record where like she don't never beat no cases. She don't never win any cases. She just one of the ones who get plea deals to people, and that's how she get by. You know what I'm saying? She just get them plea deals. So that's why they gave her the case, so she can just go get the plea deal or whatever. So Grace is already in prison right now for the murder of her husband. So So Grace is in there already for the murder of her husband. So she goes in, she defends Grace, telling Grace, like, look, Grace said that she wanted a plea deal so that she can be able to see her son, and so that she can just, be able to see her son, and she wanted to be able to get closer to him or whatever, get into a jail closer just so she can see her son, but she want to plead guilty. She was like, I'm pleading guilty if I killed my husband or whatever. So then the lawyer, she started looking into the case. She was like, so tell me what happened and stuff like that. And Grace was telling her the story about what happened or whatever. Some of what happened. She didn't tell her like everything until like the end, but she was telling her little bits and pieces of the story of what happened. So she was like, Dad, the lawyer started thinking like, damn, like I don't understand like how. First of all, somebody convinced her, one of her co-workers or somebody with her brother, someone of her co-workers had convinced her to take on the story or whatever, like to do more instead of just letting this woman plead guilty because she innocent or whatever. So then the lawyer, she started going around, talking to her best friend, talking to different people that she know, trying to find out information about her because she said that when she went to go meet her, she was like, this woman do not look like a killer. She was like, I know in my heart, like, what a killer look like. And she was like, I've defended a lot of them. She was like, this is not no killer. Like, I feel like this woman is innocent. But Grace was already wanting to plead guilty. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to go to trial. She just wanted to just plead guilty and be done with the shit. But after the lawyer talked to the best friend or whatever and talked to some other people that Grace knows, she was like, I think that we should try this case. So then she tries to go to her boss, who was Tyler Perry, Leroy or whatever. And she like, Leroy, like, I think that she's innocent. I think that we need to defend her. I don't think that she needs to be taken to plea or whatever like that. So Leroy like, oh, hell no. He like, you only had one fucking job, and that was to go in there, get this bitch to sign the paperwork, okay, so that we can send it off to where it gotta go, so we can get this process and moved. He was like, we don't even got no money to be going to trial. We can't afford trial. We can't afford any of that. You know what I'm saying? So she goes to Grace and was like, Grace, look, like I can get you off, but I need to defend you. I need you not to take the plea or whatever. She was like, I can defend you, but you got to not take the plea. So of course Grace was like kind of skeptical because she know this lady's record too. She like, yeah, you know for like not when the case is and all this and that. But this lady was like really freaking like determined to defend Grace. And the way of this woman's, I'm telling you, I don't know who that actor is, but she really had me crying in a damn movie. Like literally, like based off of her acting alone and the scenes that she was in, that shit really had me like boo-hoo crying for real, for real. Like I felt her freaking pain, that actress. Tyler Perry, if you listening to this, like you need to be putting her in a lot of other one of your movies for real because that was really good. The lawyer, that's what I'm talking about, the lawyer. So, like she deserved an Emmy or some shit for her performance. I'm telling you. And now I'm just gonna pat everything into my skin. So basically, or whatever. So the lawyer, she trying to get it off or whatever. So they goes into court. They try to get it off, or whatever. But Grace, hold up, yeah, they go. So she's trying to get it off. Like this is what her thing is. So finally, Leroy finally let her to go to trial because she wasn't gonna have it any other way. So the boss was like, okay, fine, if that's what you want to do, you want to go to trial. He was like, you had an easy case. All you gotta do was just get to sign a plea, and you would have been done with it. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, no. I feel like she innocent, blah, 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 and I'm not letting an innocent person go to jail. She was like, this lady don't do nothing but bake cookies and, she's a good person or whatever. And which she was, she was really a good person, just fed up with a bunch of bullshit that, females go through with guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never went through that kind of issue with a guy, but it's just these crazy guys that we, get ourselves involved in and dealing with. So, I'm going to put some blush on. This is my Tarte. Yeah, this brush by Tarte. I don't know what the shade is. I think it's Quickie or Quirky. I don't know. That's what it looks like. Um, I don't even see my brush. I put, let me just use this like pretty brush. It's the one I've been using, you can tell. Because it got the blush on there, the blush stain. On one side, it's not even on the other side. So I'm going to be using one. I'm sorry, I just need to see where I'm putting it at in the light. I'm just putting it right over top of my contour. See that? I mean, not like directly over top, but like a little over top. Man, I think it's so cute. This is a real pretty color though. I had one called Just Peachy or So Peachy. Oh my goodness, it was so cute. And then in my other palette, it got nothing but blushes, and it's just so cute. I like the purple one they have in there, but I mostly like the pinky ones, the pinky or peach ones because those are like more natural for my skin tone. And I ain't even gonna lie, like I like to go in on blush. I do. I like to really go in on the blush. Like I'll put some like on my tip of my nose. You see how I'm putting it right there? Like I'll go in on the brush. I like blush. It brings like your color back into your face after you done put your, your what's name on. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm about to spray this setting powder all over my face. This is the long lasting setting spray Fix and Set by, I think they say BR. I don't know who the fuck this brand is. It's something that I had picked up from Walmart one day and forgot all about it. But you might know who this brand is. I don't. It's my first time using it, so. I'm just spraying it all over. I'm going to take the same beauty blender and I'm going to use the bottom since I didn't really use that part and just blend everything in with that. I'm just patting. I'm touching everything but my eyebrows and my eyeliner. I'm touching everything but the brows and the shadow. Just everything on my skin, I'm just patting in really good. Making sure everything blends in well. See, look, contour blending in well with the peachy, what's the name? See, everything looks good. Everything is looking good. Just peachy. And of course, whatever was on my lids is just drying down on its own and on my brows. I'm not touching that. Okay. So basically, the lawyer fights or whatever to try to get her off, to get Grace off. But in the end, Grace ended up still getting convicted. And the lawyer, she was defeated and devastated. She tried her best to do what she could, in that situation. I'm going to take this brown eyeshadow brow. Should I take the brown or the black? I have black too. I'm going to just take the black one and go on my under eye. So she tries everything that she can, to try to get Grace off the hook. But at the end of the day, Grace still ended up going to jail for murder, pretty much. Like the prosecution team had good. The prosecution team had, had it in the bag, pretty much, And what really made it fucked up was because the best friend, like she needed to use the best friend to show her as a credible witness, a good character witness. But then when the prosecution got to the best friend, she was like, so, she made you a phone call, like she never seen the phone record, so it was like a mistake on her part. She was a real rookie defender because this was her actual first, case that she was really trying to win. The other ones was like easy, like you signed a plea, I don't gotta go to court, we all good. But this is her first one and she actually tried to win. And she really put her heart into it, but it was like certain things that she was missing in the case that she wasn't seeing. But the prosecution ended up getting the best friend to admit on stand that Grace called her up and told her that she killed the husband or whatever, because these phone records that came up. So she like, so how is it that you was talking to her all this time? What was y'all talking about for, all this time or whatever? And they just kept pressuring her on stand or whatever. You know how it is. And she finally just said it because they was like, you could go to jail for perjury or for helping out with a big, what is it, accessory and all that. Look, that looks so much better with the liner. Okay. I feel like the lining is okay. And this was just a regular eyeliner pencil. Let me see if I still got what it say on here. Collision Wet and Wild. This is just a Wet and Wild eye pencil in the shade black. Or say Collision. Maybe that's the shade. I don't know. So then I'm about to do my lashes really quickly. And there's some same ones that I've been putting on. I don't even have the box down here, to be honest. I don't know where it's at. Oh, I do. Hold up. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I do. It's the Virgin Remy Mink. Yeah, the Virgin Remy Mink lashes. I don't know. I gotta do some beauty supplies for. And you that. Okay, it says draw it lash. Okay, this is just some regular lash glue. Draw it lash. I don't know who this shit is by. It's just some lash glue that I probably picked up a while ago from somewhere. I mean, any lash glue will be fine, you guys. I'm just trying to make sure there's enough on the glue on the end. See. So basically, yeah. So she tries everything that she can do, and Grace still ends up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So Grace in jail or whatever. You know, the lawyer, she didn't fucking embarrass herself doing a whole bunch of crazy shit in court, like disrespecting. Well, she didn't really disrespect, but she just didn't. She wanted to recall her witness back up to the stand, you know, to try to turn everything around, but they already had closed. So she didn't know, like, once you close it, that's it. Like, the next day is closing arguments, and that's it. Like, once you say you ain't done, you can't bring no more witnesses up to the stand or whatever. That's the rules of the court. So the next day when they were trying to close an argument, she like, I wanted the witness to come back up. And then it's like, no, because we can't do that because we already closed it out yesterday. That was just it. You know what I'm saying? So we can't call him back up here. So she got all upset, whatever, was acting a fool in the courtroom, ended up getting put in jail. So her boyfriend had to tell her, like, look, just apologize to the judge so that you can get out. Because the judge threw her in jail for contempt, okay? And Grace ended up going to jail anyway. So then after she got out of the prison, after she got out of jail or whatever, her boyfriend, who was the police officer, he came and picked her up. And then that's when she was like, well, I want to go talk to the best friend, you know, and see how she's doing because I know she's feeling kind of bad about what's happening right now or whatever, right? So the husband had, you know, dropped her off down the street from the best friend house because I think he had something he had to do because he had to go to work. So why are they clicking not uneven or something now? Oh no, they even. I was just looking. Wait, do they look the same? Yeah, they do. I feel like. Let me see something. don't know why I'm looking at my brows like that now. Something that's looking kind of off to me. It is a little bit. Hold up. All right, they look fine now. It just looked like it was different or something. I don't know. I know, put this lash on real quick. I just put it as close to my lash line as I possibly can without it looking like crazy or anything. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure it was on nice looking. You're not on crazy. So, you don't want to just rush and put your lashes, so you just want to to give it a little bit of time for the glue to dry up a little bit on the lash before you put on there, because you don't want it to be like real messy and mess up the eye makeup that you already just put on your eyelids or whatever. So basically, she goes over to the best friend house. You know, to try to talk to her, and the best friend at her house. When she first went to go see the best friend. She had a couple of ladies in there that she said that she was watching or whatever. Like, I think she made it seem like she was taking care of ladies or whatever, letting them run out the space or whatever, and taking care of them and helping them because they was elderly. So she seen one of the ladies walking up the street, and she was like, "Let me get you back to your house or whatever. Does she know that you out here or whatever like that?" And she was like, "No." She was like, "No, I'm trying to get home. Like, I want to go back home." And she was like, "I'm going to take you home." So she took her back to the house. So she took her back to the house, okay? Come to find out. So she goes back in the house, and then the lady says something about something that Grace had said, as far as like, when she was running around trying to find that information and stuff, and how everything led back to her. Because she thought it was this lady named, what'd she say, Cynthia or somebody who the address was on Sycamore Place or something like that. So this lady was like, the lady said that was her address, and the girl was like, "What the fuck is going on, right?" So they started hearing all these noises in the basement. So she goes down there in the basement, and she like, and she finds out that this lady got all these fucking women trapped up and chained in her fucking basement. I'm like, yo, what kind of plot twist is this, Tyler? Like, what is this? Like, I was already devastated at the woman that got locked up. Now I'm seeing that they all down here in this motherfucking basement area and shit. I'm like, yo, what is this lady doing kidnapping women, yo? Like, what is she doing? So, oh, my eyes running on the side. Okay, because I'm just like, I'm just trying to make sure that it sticks on pretty good. And that it's not going to fall off. That's all I'm doing now with this. I was kind of like struggling a bit on the corner. Okay, good. It's fine. Ooh, okay. We did all that to try to get these little lashes on. I'm telling you. How they look, y'all? They look cute. I'm gonna just use some of this mascara that I got sitting right here. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. I'm just gonna put it underneath of there to make everything look blendy. And even though I don't really have no real lashes, but still, just to make it look like everything flow. Man, these look like they're really growing out of my fucking eyelashes, like out of my actual legs. Wow. I used to struggle so much when putting on lashes before the past. I really did. I literally used to struggle a lot putting them on, and now I just don't struggle anymore. Yeah, I like the way I put them on. Like they be looking like they literally growing right out of my freaking thing, out of my what's the name? But I used to struggle with them before though. Like I ain't gonna lie, when I first started doing makeup, it used to be like a huge struggle for me. But I pretty much got over it. I really like it a lot. Okay, so now we're going to do lipstick. Normally I just put some lip balm on, but I ain't putting it on today. I'm using this AOA. I don't know what color. I think it's in the color. What does it say? I think it's a crystal or something. I don't know. It's like a plum. Like a plum. What is it? Fuchsia color. But it's like a metallic. I'm just outlining and putting on. I'm actually running out of this color, so I'm going to order some more. I got it off this website called Shop Miss A. And that website is pretty good for like when you have, if you want to get like certain lip colors, it's inexpensive. They got like certain eyeshadows too that's inexpensive. I think I had like one palette or two from that I really liked. Some of the other ones was like misses or whatever. Like, it wasn't really worth me buying it. But only thing I really get from there is their brushes. They got like brushes you can get like 10 of them for $10. You can get like lip glosses like this in different shades for $1. But it just depends on like which one you get. Like some of the ones, a lot of the ones I got I don't really like. But like this one I like, so I wear this one. You can get the beauty blenders off of there as well. They got a lot of different stuff. But what I like to get from there mostly is the brushes. I like to try the lip glosses out and see if I like them. And I think I tried some mascara from there. They be having the setting sprays, not this kind, but they have like a different kind of brand. They be having the powders too. I think I tried a couple of their powders. They be having these, the concealers. But I think they're in another type of brand though. It's not this brand. I actually tried some of the concealers before. They was pretty much okay. It wasn't really that bad. Some of the stuff I did try, a lot of it, like the face stuff, wasn't really that bad. The only thing I didn't like when the one product that I tried that I didn't like there was their, I think it was their, what was it? I think it was their, let's fix my hair now. So, well, I'll fix it when I get off camera. So we can like fix it now since we all done up. I got curl it and stuff, but it look kind of okay for now. So yeah, but I think I tried everything except for the one thing. But let me tell you about this Grace movie though. So finally, like, come to find out, y'all, like that motherfucker was not dead at all. Like when come to find out, the best friend that was the best friend's son, and what they did was they was sitting there, running insurance scams on women and shit, and collecting their social security checks and shit like that, keeping them chained in there, and you know, they found like the lawyer found all this evidence, and what she did was her husband was the police officer. He had to come and help her out, or else she would have got killed too. It got chained up down there, or whatever. Like it was crazy. Like it turned from like this little crazy story to like a horror film. It like, man, I'm like, oh my gosh, Tyler, what is you doing or whatever. But they ended up using those women and using the fact that the man was still alive in order to because she had more witnesses now, and then she was able to get Grace out of prison. And but the mother, who was her, aka Grace's best friend, because Grace was the one that had figured all that shit out when she went to prison. But she never told the lady, the lawyer. She never got a chance to tell the lawyer. The lawyer had to find all that out on her own, which is how the audience was finding out on their own, because we was looking at it from the lawyer's perspective or whatever. But Grace already knew, so or she figured it out at some point. So yeah, so Grace ended up getting out of jail, but the best friend, she ended up getting away. We don't know where the fuck she went at. Like in the end, she ended up going to another town looking for some more fucking women. And then the man, the husband, I mean her son, who was the one that was supposed to be Grace's husband, he got away too. So they all got away pretty much. So I can't wait to part two to find out what's going to happen, because it's going to be some crazy shit. Like, Tyler Perry, please come out with a part two. Like, please, because it was really good. But knowing him, he gonna leave it right there where it's at. Like, okay, the bitch just got away. They just got away with it, you know. But at least we did get one happy ending out of the story, and Grace did get out of jail, you know. So that was that. So hopefully you guys like this little chit chat or whatever. If you seen the movie, let me know. Like, it was a really good movie. I really liked it. Let me know if you like the look or whatever. What other looks would you like to see? Go ahead and comment and let me know. And I'll see you guys in my next Get Ready With Me.